Hey, it's me, Furia. Welcome back, Slay the Spire. I just had my lunch, and while eating, I decided to play some Slay the Spire, just kind of get myself in the mood of it. And if you've been following this, I've been trying to make Ironclad work forever, and it's been absolute nightmare. And of course, the one time that I'm not recording, that's when it works out like super awesomely. Finally got to Ascension level 12 as Ironclad, and because I was having my lunch, I wasn't recording, of course, but then I got Corruption and Dead Branch, which is basically you win. So I started recording somewhere in the middle of the run, and I'm just gonna put it here, enjoy. I did not record any commentary because I was eating, so just enjoy the ride. All right, I'm doing some post commentary on this. This is pretty late into Act 2, so I'm headed towards a boss fight in Act 2. And I have Corruption and Dead Branch. I got Corruption from the Act 1 boss and Dead Branch right before it. So it was beautiful combo. Also Incense Burner, Regal Pillows, stuff like that. I had those Pegasus boots or whatever they call. And sometimes you just get so lucky that the Dead Branch keeps giving you skills and you can just keep going forever. And I think with certain parasite, you might be, if you get the trinket which allows you to exhaust curses, you can just keep going. You can exhaust the curse again and again because it keeps coming back. And then if you have, for example, Rapture, so whenever you lose health from a card, you can just get insane amount of strength there as well. So it's kind of like never-ending machine. And well, I got really lucky with this boss fight. There was some kind of not so lucky moments later, but this boss fight, this was just so good. And whenever I got Power Gate with the Dead Branch, that was awesome because I did have Body Slam in my deck. I had it. I got it pretty early and it was so good with Barricade and just Dead Branch giving you more and more and more of the block cards. Absolutely beautiful. I don't remember, I might actually even kill this boss with Body Slam, or at least I deal pretty good amount of damage to it. And then if you get Entrench as well, you can get massive amount of block, and it's crazy. Pretty crazy. Some Panacea and Flex action to keep some strength. Very nice. I think the Incense Burner managed to pop quite a lot in those situations where the enemy was resting, not really attacking, or it was doing smaller of the attacks, not a big slam, unfortunately. But most of the time I got enough of the block cards. The last boss fight was a little scary though. In that one, well, you'll see. You'll see once we get that far. I just love it when you can keep going forever. I've had this game on my PC forever, and only now I got the achievement that I played 25 cards in one single turn, and I just kept going after that. I probably played like 50 cards in one single turn or something, because it just kept giving me skills. And I think there is some point I have this card that it exhausts all my cards, like Fiend of Fire or something, and then you get like massive amount of new cards. It goes really crazy. There you go. All right. I took offering, and at that moment I realized I should have taken barricade instead. But it's too late to go back. And then, of course, it's Time Lord. Of course, the boss fight is Time Lord. It's definitely, you know, limiting me because I can't keep on going for 25 cars, 50 cars, 100 cars. I gotta be a little bit more careful, and it takes me a while there to figure out like how should I approach the situation. I was a little too careful at first, but before we get to that, we gotta get through this whole business. And I was a little worried because I need to fight an elite, and I'm really scared of third act elites. Not the two other, but Raptormancer. It's just basically if I see that one, it's very likely that I die. I don't trust my ability to deal with that one particular elite. Maybe with this build, because this is really good. But worst case scenario, Corrupt doesn't show up very early and you run out of block cars, and suddenly it's not so easy anymore. Body slam 39, or was it 39 or 38 points of damage right there? Pretty nice. Didn't even have barricade at that point. At some point, I think I started kind of overcomplicating for myself. And then I realized that, hey, why am I doing this? Why do I just keep going? Because dude had like 7 health left. I could just get rid of the whole fight. Six points of energy. Sometimes I got a lot of Berserk, which also gives you energy. And then I got those cards, the offering, of course, but also the one that gives you free energy. And then there is the card that, you know, Seeing Red gives you free energy. And then there is the card that you lose 3 health and you get energy, and then offering for 6 health. I didn't really... Ice Cream would have been so wonderful with this, because you could have got like tons of energy, and then you get Whirlwind. Really crazy stuff. That I've had one of that type of runs at some point. Oh boy. Right here I'm in trouble, because there is nothing I'm gonna exhaust. I don't have any block guards, but happily, this was the one time when the incense burner saved my butt big time. It's like, you're not happy with the cards in your hand? Start exhausting them until you get something you like. Or you get to 100 points of block, and then you find perhaps Body Slam. That's also really, really functional plan sometimes. I think at this point I also overcomplicated a little bit too much. But we're still breathing. This was not very good starting round. Tossing berserk on me, just seeing the dude's damage go up. I was like, hey, wait, what? How is he hitting me for 49? Yeah. I used berserk. I was vulnerable for damage at that point. That's why. You gotta learn to pay attention, girl. Gotta learn to pay attention. This is one of the body slam opportunities which I missed because that wasn't upgraded and it decided to just get rid of my body slam. Just keeps giving me cards. I can't stop this thing. Well, there you go. Easy. Very easy. At some point, I don't have it so easy. This is the curse. I was thinking like, hey, I can make this go forever. Parasite is the curse that you need for, you know, being able to just kind of eternally exhaust it over and over again. Except, you know, I couldn't do it because you need that one trinket for that. And now I have only 11 health left. This is the moment where I'm like, oh no, the run is not gonna happen because, you know, I messed this up. I got too greedy. I wasn't being careful. And then I have insane amount of cards in my hand all of a sudden. No problem anymore. I was really happy that I got Regal Pillow at this point because after this there is one bonfire and then there is the elite fight and I was like 11 health. You know, even if I don't end my run right here, the elite is going to end me, but thankfully Rico Pillow definitely freaking helped me there. Big time. I think this is where I got the achievement for 25 cards. This just kept going forever. Body slam would be pretty cool now, right now. 68 point of block. There it is. And then I got greedy, like it's not enough to get rid of this dude in one hit. I need to keep going. And there we go. That was really nice. Oh, I still have one. Oh, this dude. Yeah, this was scary. This was scary for me. I got kind of excited with the idea that maybe with this kind of like build, there is a chance to actually destroy this creature before it blows itself up. I don't know why I didn't use that ghost armor there. I thought, you know, I'll leave it for later. It's not gonna work very well that way. I think it's very much possible to destroy this creature before it explodes, especially with corruption, Death Branch build. But unfortunately, I didn't get that lucky with my cards, so I couldn't do it. I've never been able to do it. I'm waiting for the one day when it finally happens. I can finally get that out of here before it goes itself. takes itself out. Trash takes itself out. What a beautiful world. Whirlwind would be pretty nice right now. I don't think it's gonna show though. I was trying to find it. At this point I realized that I need to do something about this too, because it's going to do something about me unless I use a couple attacks there. And then one last turn before we can finally rest. No sense taking demon form since there is no other turn. It's just gonna take a lot of my energy. If I had barricade, well, I have barricade, but if I had like entrench and a lot of body slams, maybe, and some strength as well, maybe it could have been even more glorious victory. But the most important thing is to survive and keep going. Bad start once again, no block guards at all. And incense burner is not there yet. I really should have maybe taken the barricade when it was offered. A lot of time I don't really use offering because, oh man, I'm just so scared it's going to take away too much health from me, and you know, I'm gonna die because I got a little greedy. So now the enemy is not even attacking, and now I'm invulnerable. So that's one moment where it just was really busted for me. I got limit break a couple times, which is so good, but a couple times when I got it, I had no strength to double, so it was wasted. Once again, kind of scary because, you know, there is no block guards here. Dude is hitting real big time. Thankful I got the power through there. That was really, really good. Kept me safe. Fiend of fire. Let's do it. Come on, do it. Fiend of fire, baby. No, offering. Really? I don't remember what I did. I think at some point I did use the Fiend of Fire, so... Was it here? It was here, right? Yeah. And that was something else. And I still have energy to play cards. There would be entrench. 140 points of block, and then if you only had body slam, that would have been glorious. $194 points of block. One body slam, but didn't find it. Didn't find the body slam. 205 points of block. Craziness. Absolute craziness. We survived from 11 health to 80, back to full health. Survived an elite. And then we just move sail to the boss fight. Hopefully. Interesting choice of an upgrade. This is one of those fights, I think, where the corruption just doesn't want to show up. In a way, it's actually really good when corruption doesn't want to show up, because corruption makes the block cars disappear, which can be a problem. Didn't even realize the other orb didn't die there. Only now I figured, wait, the dude is still there. I think I thought that the double tap was extended to the second attack as well, so that it was upgraded, but it wasn't. It was unupgraded double tap, so it only worked with the first one. I was holding on to that gambler's potion because I was thinking at the boss fight, if I don't draw corruption, then I can use the gambler's potion to look for it faster. But then, you know, I lose the gambler's potion for something else, which was perhaps not the right choice, but maybe it was. Doesn't matter because I win anyway. It's such a lovely feeling when you know you're gonna win for sure. Makes it a whole lot nicer, a lot more enjoyable. Although when I was playing this, I didn't know that I was going to win, of course. Historical moment when body slam is more effective than heavy blade, which is my very usual go-to thing. Of course, heavy blade is not very good if you don't have a lot of strength, so in a way, situational. Nine points of energy. Pretty insane. I'm trying to remember what is the name of this strike. I'm thinking it's not windmill strike. That's a whole different card. You know the one. That would have been, well, it wouldn't been that useful in that one particular situation, but it would have been a nice addition to this build for sure. Because you can theoretically get tons of energy with this if you just get a lot of berserk. This flying spaghetti monster can be very dangerous to me. Just always underestimating. Little bit slower play, little bit maybe less risky. Got enough block, don't start messing with the whole branch system, just move on to the next turn and hope there is something little better suiting for this destruction. And it worked out. And here's the block potion that I'm gonna replace the gambler potion with, because I was thinking like if I don't find a block card, then block potion might be the thing that's going to save me. I do have fairy in bottle as well, so that kind of made me feel a little bit more comfortable with this, because you can die once and still keep going. Fairy in bottle, by the way, makes me think of Moon Lantern in Baldur's Gate 3, the one very angry pixie. I wonder if that fairy is also shouting all those things that the pixies in the game. It's a crazy thing, crazy little thing. Not very peaceful. All right, a lot of good stuff going on here for sure. With this build, I have to say, if you get the prismatic shard and then you would happen to get the card, the watcher card, whenever you create a card in fight, it's going to be upgraded. It would be pretty good. But that's all very much of what ifs. And just pretty unlikely to happen. So it's time to go for the boss fight. Big boss fight with Time Lord. And here it just kind of does not go as good as I'd like. And it got me really scared. Also, I was wondering what should be the approach with the TikTok, because you can't just keep going forever with the cards. So not using that many cards. I'm trying to save my moves. And the corruption just refuses to show up. To attack, not to attack. You know, I could have attacked it, but then next turn wouldn't have had that many cards to use. Still no corruption, no extra draw. There it is, hiding at the bottom of the pile. And just like, come on, baby, you gotta show up. I can't do this without it. And then it finally pops. This dude hits like crazy hard. And I don't have energy. I had only a little bit, like 3 or 4 cards energy. So that's where the block potion was really helpful. With the discard potion, I would have found maybe corruption 1 turn earlier. But thankfully, that worked out. However, what didn't work out is the branch is now suddenly not giving me block cards anymore. I don't have barricade. I'm not getting block cards from exhausted cards. And if I don't have skills left, I have nothing to exhaust. And I can block. I don't get to hit very hard. And at this point, I was really starting to panic because, you know, things weren't really going that good for me. But then found barricade. Finally got a couple block cards there as well. or skills. But block cards would be pretty important. This dude hits hard. No blocks. Not even skills. Until offering shows up. Steel? Not really skills. Attacks and power card. Dude hits for 30 and I don't have any block. This is where I really started kind of panicking, like, oh frick, this is gonna be a fail. And I'm vulnerable because I played the Berserk and I didn't have artifacts, so I'm vulnerable. The dude is hitting even harder. Oh man. And then, of course, you know, you can't just, even if you have a couple skills, you can't just keep going with them because you're gonna run out of the TikTok. It's going to stop the clock, and then what you gonna do then? And there you go, Entrench. Perfect freaking timing for that card to show up. Didn't need my pixie just yet. This is where I start to think it's probably better to get as much block as possible since I have barricade. The attack cards are not doing that much, but I was going to use them anyway. Entrench. Please tell me I used the Entrench. I do. There you go. 100 points of block. Now I feel a whole lot better. Now I feel like I can just keep on clicking the cards because I'm safe. It's not gonna hit me for 200 points of damage. However, don't get too cocky. Entrench again. Lucky me. And then body slam. I'm getting greedy again. I'm like, maybe I can get even more block. Not used yet. But thankfully not too greedy. Got some of my sense in my head. And there you go. Finally got past Ascension level 11. It's been freaking nightmare and it finally happened. Beautiful, beautiful Death Branch corruption run. Always a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed this one. See you next time.